Welcome back. The Medical Council of Malawi has said it is receiving reports that some medical practitioners in the country are still working even when they have tested positive for COVID-19. The Council's acting registrar, Richard Ndovi, said the tendency is unacceptable because it is putting patients as well as other medical personnel at risk of contracting the virus. Patience Lunda has more in this report.
Reports indicate that other health workers are involved in the malpractice due to risk allowances they are receiving after attending to patients. Ndovi said the Council has so far received formal and informal reports from central and mission hospitals regarding the issue. He further said the malpractice could cost lives of people with underlying health conditions since their immune systems are already low. The Council has said it would ensure that those found guilty are penalized accordingly.
We just wanted to alert the practitioners to say it's not in the best interest of themselves as well as in the best interest of the patients. We took a note to care to work while you are sick, mainly with these infectious diseases. We are advising them for the cautionary measures and the other guidelines put in place and the best practices if you are sick and also best practices put in place to protect others, colleagues as well as the patients.
Commenting on the development, Society of Medical Doctors President Victor Miti said his organization has not received such reports but cautioned its members to desist from the malpractice. In his remarks, National Organization of Nurses and Midwives of Malawi President Saulos Chilima said the development is unfortunate, adding that he will ensure that all its members go for isolation when they test positive for COVID-19.
We will join the Medical Council to make sure that all of us that test positive for COVID-19 should go for self-isolation, observe the symptoms, test after 10 days, 14 days. When we test positive, we remain in the isolation. When we test negative, we go back to our workplace.
But Maziko Mademba, a health rights activist, said the malpractice might be a result of shortage of health workers in other institutions and asked government to continue employing as many health workers as possible to cover the existing vacancy rate. Medical Council of Malawi is the sole body for registration of medical practitioners, paramedical and other related health workers in Malawi.
Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chira on Thursday denied bail to Stuart Kalungama, who is alleged to have defiled his stepdaughter at Chirinde Township in the Rongwe. Rebecca Chincheka has more in this report read by Fale Banda.
During the court hearing, hundreds of Arab women and men wearing T-shirts written "Justice for Innocent Child" gathered at Longwe Magistrate Courts in protest. They showered insults at the accused. There was tight security at the court as angry women bayed for the accused's blood. Lawyer representing Kalungama, Edward Chigamukila, applied that his client should be given bail considering that police have not completed their investigations. However, lead state prosecutor Cecilia Zangazanga asked the court not to release the accused on bail, arguing he may influence the minor and that security of the accused was at stake. She argued that the accused can interfere with the state witnesses and there was a high possibility for him to jump bail. However, Stuart Kalungama pleaded not guilty. However, after objections from both states and defense lawyers, Chief Resident Magistrate Chira denied Kalungama bail on the premise that he was in close relationship with the complainant mother and child. One of the concerned citizens and human rights activist, Jessica Bwira, vowed to be attending the court sessions until justice prevails on the child.
I want to commend our judiciary that they did not give him bail. I think that sends a warning shot and strengthens our trust in the system. Because even as I was listening to the reasons why bail was denied, I could see that at the center of the reasoning was the girl child and the challenges that she has been made to put through. I also want to thank the men who came here. I was struck by the fact that there were men who were resolute that no, rape sexualized violence, there is no excuse for it.
The matter has been since adjourned to March 15, 2021.
The Electricity Supply Corporation of Malawi, ESCOM, has committed to ensuring that it fights deforestation by planting more trees. Speaking during a tree planting exercise organized in conjunction with Blantyre City Council along Naperi River in Blantyre, ESCOM's regional manager for the South, Makviti Chipkanya, said ESCOM is fully aware of the importance of trees for it to successfully distribute power to the masses. Chipkanya caught up with Mike Mataka.
You know, ESCOM, as a good corporate citizen, we thought it wise that we should assist the city council, we should take our part in putting back the environment. You know, as a corporation, ESCOM, we use trees as well. All these poles you see, they come from trees. But also our lines pass through the corridors, and where the environment is not good, where there are no trees, when the winds come, it affects us. It also affects our business, so that it can cause outages. So we thought we should do our part as well.
And Deputy Mayor of the city of Blantyre, Councillor Joseph Makwinja, said the council is delighted to partner with ESCOM in lifting the face of the city.
City Council. To us, people from the city of Blantyre, let me thank ESCOM, the management of ESCOM, for donating 7,500 trees for us to plant with them, to be partners. We are very, very grateful as well. If you may recall that Blantyre used to be a green city, but today all the city has gone. And also soil erosion, it has taken its part. And as you may recall, Blantyre is surrounded by hills. And those hills, there are many streams which are coming from those hills, which are making soil erosion.
Queen Elizabeth Hospital's audiology clinic under the ENT department on Wednesday hosted the commemoration of the World Hearing Day. The day was commemorated under the theme Hearing Care for All, Screen, Rehabilitate and Communicate. The day also marked the launch of the first ever World Report on Hearing by the World Health Organization. The report says 60% of hearing loss, especially in children, can be prevented. Our reporter, Weren Impasa, was there and has brought us this report already in our studios by Elvis Hoa Hoa.
Speaking when presenting the report on ear and hearing contexts related to the current situation of ear and hearing care in Malawi, clinical audiologist Mwanaisha Piri said over 80% of people with hearing loss live in low and middle income families and do not have access to interventions.
The theme of this year was Hearing Care for All, whereby our key messages, especially to the policymakers. So if we are to work together with the Minister of Health, and if they are to integrate ear and hearing care services together among the other health priorities, what will happen is that they will start considering the drugs meant for ear and hearing as essential drugs among the priorities within the Ministry of Health. It will mean that people, even in the remote areas, will start accessing these ear and hearing services. If also the government is to train more staff who knows about ear and hearing conditions, and also deploy them all over Malawi so that at least they can reach out to people.
Figani Talimire, a Form 2 student at Jujiri Secondary School, who is one of the hearing aid beneficiaries, said by having her hearing back through the hearing aids, she got what every child needs to have in life.
I received the hearing aids while I was in Canada. That was 2016 March. At first, my life was so hard. Imagine me spending in class just looking at the teacher so that the teacher can think like you are understanding what she is saying. But after I took the hearing aids, I was in position 3 below. And my family was so very happy that time my daughter is just like another child.
Guest of honor at the function, Dr. Fosiko, who represented the Ministry of Health, said there is a need to look at hearing care very carefully.
Taking care of the hearing means taking care of the ear. And the Ministry of Health has came up with the essential health package that is supposed to take care of the common causes of illnesses and deaths in Malawi.
Since its inception in 2016, Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital Audiology Clinic has helped over 13,000 people with hearing problems and related diseases.
That's the news for now, but before we go, the headlines once again. Commotion in Parliament as Vice President Saulos Chilima appeared before the House to answer questions. Ombudsman fought former Attorney General Kalekeni Kapale in the hiring of South African lawyers to represent MEC in the presidential case. Minister of Lands and Housing gives contractor in Karonga at Metam on construction of houses for security agencies. You have been with me, Yanko Sonda. Thanks for watching.